Yay, are we live?
We're live.
Now I did what you did.
Yay, haha. It's not just me. See?
Good morning, everybody.
Look how cute she is today. I love this shirt on her.
It's one of those days where I tried to do my eyeliner and then it wasn't even, so I did more on the other side, and then it wasn't even, so I did more on the other side. One of those mornings. We're still waking up here.
Yep, but we are awake and we have had coffee.
Yes. All right. Today we are going to be doing a quilt-as-you-go blanket. This one I didn't do any quilting on, so that's an option. I'm also going to do a little bit of quilting on my mini sample today, just so y'all can see kind of how that works as well. But what it is, you pre-cut your front, your back, and your batting all to the same size, and then we're going to piece all of that together at once as we go. And then it's going to give you this seam. It's going to give you like a stitch in the ditch effect, except that the seam is on the inside of the blanket,
which is really nice. Morning, Renee.
This was supposed to be a log cabin, but I pieced it in the wrong order, so it's a half log cabin.
No, it's still cute.
Yeah, it shows that mistakes can still end up adorable.
Yes, they can.
So I posted the measurements for this one on our website. So
Morning,
if you want to
Barbara.
make this 40-inch baby size one, I've got all the measurements for that there. I'm going to be doing a miniature one this morning. I'm doing this half size, and it's going to end up, I think, a 14-inch block finish. So this could actually function as a single block in a full quilt. So, I'm going to show you the most important part of this entire process is how these two pieces are going to go together. Let me actually go ahead and first just do a little bit of free motion quilting on this first piece, just for fun. So this is optional. If your pieces are larger than about 8 inches, you will want to do some kind of quilting on the block. Pressure for pressure.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning. Okay, that's better. So, yell at me.
Yeah, I make that thing yell all the time.
Yeah, I'm just going too fast for it. That's a big reason that I lengthen my stitches as well. Okay. We're going to pretend that is exactly how we wanted that quilted. So you're going to pre-quilt every block as you go, or not. Again, if they're this small, you really don't need to do that. If they're bigger than like 6 to 8 inches, you will want to do some kind of quilting inside the block. Alright, so this is going to be my centerpiece of my little log cabin. This is going to be the next piece that I join on. So, I don't know why, but it took me forever for me to wrap my brain around how you do this. How you get the seam to be on the inside of these. The way that I like to do it is kind of like right sides together when you're piecing a quilt, but you're going to do it with all of your pieces. And then this top piece is going to go behind everybody. Okay, so at this point we have one piece of this, your quilted piece, another piece, and your batting. So I did the same for my front and back. I should have done different ones, but this is going to be the front side of my next block. So I think that's really the most important part, is just knowing the order of those.
Makes sense.
I don't know why it took me forever to figure that out. Had to make it make sense to my little brain.
You will not mention the amount of YouTube videos I had to watch.
Yeah. I don't even remember who taught me to do this. I think it was just Karen or somebody here at work.
Karen finally showed me.
So you piece your 1/4 inch. I did probably a little closer to 3/8 of an inch just because this is a little bit thick. But we're going to open that up. The backing opens up as well. You see that seam is going to be on the inside. And there's that.
And now she's pieced and ready to go.
Yep, not the most perfect little seam there, but I'm going to finger press. I'm going to quilt a little bit. Because why not? And I've already said it twice, but quilting with this size of block is really going to be optional. If your blocks are larger than like 6 to 8 inches, like a handprint size, you definitely will want to do some kind of quilting in there.
Yep.
Speaking of, I guess we can go ahead and mention it while I'm using it. This is the Bernina stitch regulator, which is really cool. You can see it slowing down as I slow down and speeding up as I speed up.
And it will beep if you go too fast.
Yeah, we'll need to do like an entire video on this one day.
I love the stitch regulator. It's one of my favorite toys.
That corner was a little ugly, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
This is just a little practice piece anyway.
Y'all know we are all about practice around here.
Yes.
Practice makes perfect, guys.
Alright, so Here's our first two pieces. And then we're gonna go from there. I'm treating it like a log cabin, so I'm gonna go here. So I want these to join right there. So, I need more table space. Flip the whole thing right sides together. Actually, I'm trying to think, I want to do it on the bottom of those. Right sides together. And then this one piece, take it and do right sides together on the back side. So your fronts are going to be against your fronts and your back's going to be against your back. I think for beginners it's really great to do this log cabin pattern. You can also do this as a full quilt in rows and strips. This is just really beginner friendly.
I love it. This is so easy to do. And these are fast, so if you need like a quick baby blanket, here you go.
Yeah, also if you have a small machine, so quilting is an issue for you because of space, this really, really helps because then you can quilt each block as you go instead of having to struggle to get the whole quilt in here. And you can see another reason that I'm using a little bit larger than a 1/4 inch seam is just because we're not perfectionists here, especially this is all going to be on the inside, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Here's that.
And then if you want to be real good, you get up and you go and proper press it.
Mm-hmm.
But finger pressing works just as well.
Mm-hmm. Quilt him a little bit.
Okay.
And you can see how you can build an entire quilt this way. Like I said, this is going to end up, with how I cut it at least, I think I cut these strips 5 inches. This is going to end up being a 14-inch block. And this could actually just be treated as one square of an entire quilt. I'm just going to go fast. It's going to beep at me. This machine only goes, I think, 1,000 stitches a minute. The BSR tries to keep up with you. If you go faster than that, it yells at you. That's all. But I just want to go real quick and get this done.
And the big, you can go much faster on the Q16 and the Q20.
Yes, you can. Because they are more stitches a minute.
Just running.
I think they go something crazy, like 1,500 stitches a minute. That's awesome.
I love quilting
So
on
here's
the
our first 3
Q20.
blocks.
Cute.
I love it. I love the fabrics that I picked out too. I love this tulip pink stuff. So I've got 2 more pieces that I'm going to join onto this just so you guys can kind of see the process in repeat. So now I'm going to put that piece right here and tops right sides together. You can see my seams are very inconsistent, but again, that's going to be on the inside, so I don't really care. How are we on time? I feel like I'm going quick.
It's only 9:37. We've been at this 7 minutes.
Yeah, this is not even going to be a 30-minute video, but I think it's
so simple, guys.
It is.
Up to 70 people watching. Hi, guys.
Awesome. Good morning, everybody. I want to know how many of you guys have done Quilt-as-you-go before. How many of you this is totally new to? I know I had some customers in the shop saying that this method was new to them because I didn't do any quilting as I went. I just used it for piecing. So how many of you guys have done this before? How many of you have never ever seen this? I love it. Because now you're going to have everything pieced and quilted by the time you're done.
Exactly. And back over here to quilt.
Now,
so if you have 2 machines, this is a great way of utilizing both of them.
Now, on the Bernina here, I'm just going to tell this to everybody that has a Bernina with a BSR. This is my favorite button here. You can turn off that sound where it screams at you for going too fast.
Yep.
Realistically, you don't want to do that for your projects because you do want your stitches consistent, but I'm just going to make it not scream at me for the rest of this video.
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone's saying that it's new to them and that they've never done it before and they're excited to try it.
Good. And there are, if you need more details or someone to go a little bit slower, I know there's a million YouTube videos of this online, but I think really the basics of it and how it's constructed are all you need. You can make up your own sizes. Honestly, I made up my sizes for both of these. The other one, I wanted it to finish 40 inches for a little baby quilt. This one this morning, I just felt like cutting 5-inch strips, so that's what I did.
Yep. It works, guys.
Okay, one more piece and then we'll have a nice little square. I'm running out of room. So again, one more time. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty. I love this fabric. So we're gonna do tops to tops. I think I cut that a little bit long, but that's okay. We can trim it when we're done. And back to back.
This is really cute.
Top to top and back to back. And I'm going to not quilt this last piece, just so it can be here in the store for y'all to see how that interior seam is constructed.
Okay.
As much as I want to.
Eventually we will quilt it.
But I know someone's going to want to look inside of it and be like, now, how'd you do that? And then the baby quilt that I made over here, I just serged the edges of it. A, because it was very uneven like this, because I am very much not a perfectionist. But you can serge the edges. That gives you a really nice, easy, clean finish.
Look at
you
that.
can also do
So
the
pretty.
proper binding on there. But I love sergers because they cut as you go. So it's kind of like these interior seams. You don't have to be perfect because it's going to make up for it. But there's that. Move Bernina out of the way. And there's our block. So I'm going to trim it up. I'm going to leave this one unquilted just so y'all can look inside and see where that seam falls. That's a 10-minute video.
Yeah, real simple project. So you can make a million of those blocks and add them together, make it bigger, make it smaller. You guys got a lot of options on this one. And binding, either traditional or serging.
Yep, so y'all have my binding video to look back on, which I'm so glad so many people have said that binding video helped them so much, and I really love binding, so there's that. I think eventually we'll have to do a serger video too, just because I think they're really cool and easy.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a BSR video eventually, although y'all really get the gist of that. Yeah.
Renee has a question.
Yes.
She says, could you do this with denim or would that be too thick?
Oh, I don't see why not. Just with like a size, probably, if you're going through all those layers at once, probably a size 100 jeans needle or 100 microtex. And adjust your presser foot pressure to be lower because you're going to be going through, 4 layers of denim and 2 layers of batting at that point. But I don't see why not. Yeah, I think you definitely could do that.
Definitely.
Yay! Any other questions? Because that video went so much faster than I thought it would.
did.
I got here at 8:30 this morning and prepped both of these machines and cut everything out, and I thought this would be at least a 30-minute video, but here we are.
That is so cute.
I know.
Let's see. Krista is trying to visualize how you would attach another block to that one.
I wish I had something cut out. You would have to... Ooh, I'm trying to think about that real hard, too.
Good question. We kind of made a log cabin estimate on that one. Logically, you would leave one side open and go from there.
I might have to think on that and get back to you. I actually don't know. I've never made one that way. I know you can. I've seen it done, but I don't know.
We'll post we'll post a part 2.
Yeah.
This is such a good technique that this will definitely be a part 2.
Yeah.
Speaking of part 2s, we are planning a couple part 2 videos later on down the road. So our video schedule for this coming weeks is what?
Next Saturday, we have had a class that a lot of people are very excited about. Miss Chris Eichner will be joining us here. She has taught thread painting classes here and all over the place. She's also taught the class that she's going to be teaching here next Saturday, which is her mosaic art quilts or confetti art quilts. Really, really, really cool technique. Everyone loves Chris. She's really an angel. I love her so much. We'll be doing that at 9 a.m. next Saturday. We'll post some more information about what that actually is early next week, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that if y'all want to try to sew along, you can prepare, but it's kind of a very extensive list of things that you need. The most specific one is the tulle netting that you need to go on top before you start doing your free motion. So if y'all want to play along with her doing that, you definitely need some tulle.
Yep. Some
really like white or smoke colored tulle.
And this is going to be a very lecture heavy session. So
yeah, she's got a lot of preparation that I know for sure that she's worked on just so that we can cram everything into 1 hour. But the great thing about these videos is you can stop, rewind, watch the same thing 20 times over.
Yep.
I also had an email from, I think, Jocelyn, who requested that I go back and title all of these videos. Because apparently on our video page, everything is just untitled. So after I get done with shipping out block of the month orders this morning, I'm going to go onto her Facebook and try to title everything unboxing, binding video, so on, so that it makes a little bit more sense when we go back and watch all of those.
Yes.
But I think that's it.
Yep. Guys, any last comments?
I'm excited for Halloween.
Yes, look at her cute Halloween nails. They're so adorable.
I get to be extra spooky this month, and I love it.
Yep. Also, we are planning on doing a video on Halloween.
Bethany is.
Yes. We think we're going to take the week after Chris Eichner off and not do a tutorial that week. And then the following week is Halloween, and I think I'm going to drive everyone nuts and do a Christmas ornament.
Yeah, so if y'all want to prepare for Bethany's Christmas ornament, you need just, 3-inch styrofoam
Foam balls and dressmaker
the
pens.
teeny tiny little, almost invisible head dressmaker pens.
And you'll need a bunch of 2.5-inch squares. And we'll put that on the thing getting closer.
And that project's a lot of fun, too, because obviously you're going to want to make a lot of ornaments. And as long as you have kids that are at least, 5 or 6 and they're okay with using the pins, that can be a really good family activity.
Yes, it can. And that's why we're going to do it so early, because you can usually pop 2 or 3 of those out in a day.
Wouldn't that be fun to, have Thanksgiving and then have, family ornament making after everyone's nice and full? That would
and there's
going
to be a couple of different ornaments. This is the basic one. This is the starter of the series. So,
yeah.
And if there's anything you want to see, make sure you pop it on
For
here.
Sure. I plan on doing a lot of general machine stuff, although that's probably going to be on into 2021 after we are finished with doing a lot of Bethany's Christmas projects. Yep. On into next year, I'll do something just on embroidery, something just on sergers and things like that.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, have fun. Have a good day. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.